you throw his way too often.
We're just moments away from the action, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
As the sun starts to set, you're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Up in the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we are grateful to be up here today because, well, it's been raining pretty heavily all day, and that's certainly going to make it challenging to operate if you're either one of these offenses, Brock.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Kate. Now, hopefully you practice this week knowing some rain was in the forecast. Hopefully everybody on the sidelines, the umpire on the field, and all the football is able to use today, shuttling in and out. You can have that grip. And I'll also say this, keep an eye on the gloves. That technology helps these players in these environments more than certainly players of the past. Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, everybody got to handle that ball carefully today.
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And this one's away on EA Sports. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Well, out comes their offense for its first possession of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here he's got to play some clean ball.
Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy hits him on the out route. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
He's one of the select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Setting up a throw. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another carry for him. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is brought in at the 15. Then he's in. Touchdown. These guys get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra points sent in through the rain. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's Carter on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here comes this offense for its 2nd series of the game. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Completes this one to Rice. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. McCarthy throwing here. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown! These guys reach pay dirt for the 1st time this game. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. You know, kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys tie this game 7-7. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. crossing right to the short side. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Hits his running back.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's short of the first after a mild gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. But that forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The give here on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, it becomes...
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he adds some yards to the pick before they bring him down. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 17-yard line.
From the 17. That one's complete right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They've got 1st and goal to work with. McCarthy to throw it. Catch is made in close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. All right, we see he's a little worse for wear after delivering that throw. Gonna have to take a few moments as they come out to look at him. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
First throw for the backup now. And they get to him again. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Another drive coming up for this offense. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
2nd and 10 now. He completes it in traffic. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Third down from the gun. Connects with Johnson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll motion a tight end left. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2. From midfield now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. This offense making its way back out now. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far.
Let's go.
They'll throw on 1st. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you've got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's a throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
He finds Johnson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Their punter making his way out now. And they could really use a good one here. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. He beams one deep right side. They connect on the deep shot. He does it. Touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And these guys make it a 10-point ball game. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now this offense ready to head back out. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That's a pickup of 9. And they'll have 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to throw now. Short pass brought in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Pass play coming here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And they're going to have a 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
He'll throw it yet again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face 2nd down. Give now to the running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8. Now looking to throw. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. But it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Airing it out to start this drive. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second, and incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. He's dropping back to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. A.J. Cole on to punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game. Fair catch called for, and he's got it right near the 30-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. The offense getting set to go. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 31. Completed over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. They'll throw it again. Into traffic, complete. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Still sticking with the passing game. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. Touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
They'll set up here for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys make it 17 all. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Evans now to return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. This offense getting to take the field one more time in the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 1 play in, and already they're close to midfield. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Throwing across his body, and it backfires. Interception! And they bring him down after the pick and decent return. Oh, man, I'm having to hold my partner back after this one. Captain Fundamental not happy that he didn't take the time to stop and get set before delivering that football. Gotta think that in part led to the turnover.
Yeah, Captain Fundamental because I couldn't run. Kind of like Tom Brady, right? But he's the essence of it. He's the GOAT. Why? Because he sets his feet. He's so fundamentally sound. The chance of interception so much higher when your fundamentals are no good.
It's okay, partner. It's gonna be okay. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It's no good. He needed more leg, and he sent it too far right. And this stays tied here in the second.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. We've reached halftime, and it's been an even one so far. We are all tied up at the break. Now we're on to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman ready to bring us the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach. Take it away.
All right, Kate. Thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the lead as they play the second quarter. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they have the lead in that one as that game's gone to halftime. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got first down from the 31. They'll come out throwing. Catch made over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Handoff on second and short. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
This is reeled in by Jackson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. He'll throw it. Catch is made down the right sideline. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They'll throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Dropping back to throw. Complete out to the right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
He fields it from the 8. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. That count runs their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, off play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Trying again, following the sack. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Back now, pressure on its way. Caught by Flowers. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on 3rd down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The visitors ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. That's complete to Jackson. Headed right through the middle of the field. And that is a touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, And 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
That one right down the middle. And these guys make it a 10-point ball game.
Our home team, 17.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. He'll get this one to Adams. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a first down.
At the 35-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
And 10 at the 35-yard line.
They give it to him again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8.
3rd and 8.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2nd and 3 now.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be a 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down. On target to Jackson. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Hand off to the back. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. Again, he's got room. And he will take this in. Touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent in through the rain. And his guys take a 3-possession lead.
34. Our home team, 17.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Now outruns their offense to take over. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Ball at the 33 for first down. Airing it out to start this drive. Finds his man, Rice. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. On first down, they'll run. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
It's pretty obvious this defense. Man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
They go play action on first. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They're throwing it. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. A 49-yarder in front of him here. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the gap closes to 14 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
He lost the football. And they dodge a turnover there on the return. Their offense running back out now. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in hoops, sometimes shooters say that hoop looks and that basket looks enormous. Right? I know on a golf course you're thinking, man, everything is a birdie. For this guy today, 4 touchdowns on the ledger. He's made it look easy.
1st and 10, they're going to throw. He goes back to him yet again. Complete.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. This, our last play of the quarter. 3rd down from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the handoff. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll run here from the gun. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Right up the gut. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick slant complete. And in for the touchdown. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Lining up now to try the extra point. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And these guys stretch their lead to 21. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. 1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Doesn't make the connection. The tip definitely broke up that throw. So 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted.
So many throws in the league attack this area of the field. They love to attack the slot. And for these defenders who have to play that area, it takes great reaction. It takes tremendous intuition. And then just a spatial awareness of understanding where you are amidst that space to go take the ball away. That is well done.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Now a give running right. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 33-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He's on the move. Now here he goes. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Looking for a throw here. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the catch is made for the touchdown. These guys keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. And that is his fourth touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And his guys grow their lead yet again.
Our home team, 20.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense headed back to the field. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Completed to Flowers. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked off by their rookie from Michigan.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They get 3 on the run. Put a 1 in front of that now as it brings up 3rd and 13.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Another carry for him. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. It goes as no gain on the 3rd down run, and now they face 4th down.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. This offense getting all set for this series. Well, we all know at this point, turnovers the big problem for them in this game, Brock. And not surprisingly, the defense has capitalized on those mistakes on more than one occasion to their benefit.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that can be tough to win football games in spite of, right? But over the test of time, turnovers are the #1 thing that cost you games, especially after that first one. Once there's blood in the water, you feel it with the defense. They get all over you, trying to force another turnover and another and another.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Looking for his wide receiver there. So now they have 3rd and short. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass in a 4th down instead.
The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And last drive, he reached one of those numbers that everyone looks at as a benchmark after the season ends, Brock. Quite the year that he's put together, finding the end zone. They'll run here on 1st down. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A nice showing here from our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.